Hola! Bonjour! Buenos dias everyone! For today's video, we were gonna learn about the 6 of the 7 continent and the second smallest of the world continents. Guess what? Welcome to Europe! With a population of 742,542,000 and an area of 10,180,000 square kilometer. Wow! That's pretty cool! But before we proceed to our topic, I'm gonna show you the top awesome landmarks and incredible wonders in Brussels, Europe. Are you excited? I know. Let's watch this. First, the Eiffel Tower of Paris, France. La Sagrada Familia of Barcelona, Spain. Tower Bridge of London, United Kingdom. The Colosseum of Rome, Italy. The Grand Place of Brussels, Belgium. Louis I the Verge of Porto, Portugal, and the Acropolis of Athens, Greece. Europe is a continent located entirely in the northern hemisphere and mostly in the eastern hemisphere. Europe is separated from Asia by watershed of the Ural Mountains, Ural River, Caspian Sea, Greater Caucasus, the Black Sea, and the waterways of the Turkish Strait. Europe is the western peninsula of the giant supercontinent of Eurasia. A peninsula is a piece of land surrounded by water on the three sides, and it is bordered by the Arctic Ocean to the north and Atlantic Ocean to the south. Europe's main peninsula are the Iberian, Italian, and Balkan, located in southern Europe, and the Scandinavian and Jutland and the northern Europe. The link between these peninsula has made Europe a dominant in economic, social, and cultural force throughout recorded history. And now let's proceed to the countries in Europe. So here's the following countries in Europe. Watch this. And by that, here's the following 10 most populous countries in Europe, followed by the 10 least populated countries in Europe. For the 10 most populous countries, we have Russia, Germany, France, United Kingdom, Italy, Spain, Ukraine, Poland, Romania, and Kazakhstan. And for the 10 least populated countries, we have Vatican City, San Marino, Monaco, Liechtenstein, Andorra, Iceland, Malta, Luxembourg, Montenegro, and Cyprus. Europe can be divided into 4 major physical regions running from north to south. These are the Western Uplands, the North European Plain, Central Uplands, and the Alpine Mountain. Western Uplands are also known as the Northern Highland. It includes Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, followed by Finland, Iceland, Scotland, Ireland, and the Britannia region of France, Portugal, and Spain. The Western Uplands is defined by hard ancient rock that was shaped by glaciation. Glaciation is the process of land being transformed by glacier or ice sheets. As glaciers receded from the area, they left a number of distinct physical features including abundant marshland, lakes, and fjords. A fjord is a long, narrow inlet of the sea that is surrounded by high, rugged cliffs. Second, the North European Plain. The North European Plain extends from the southern United Kingdom east to Russia. It includes part of France, Belgium, the Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, Poland, and Belarus, including the Baltic State, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. The North European Plains remains the most densely populated region in Europe. Next, we have Central Uplands. Central Uplands extend east-west across Central Europe and includes western France and Belgium, including the southern Germany, the Czech Republic, and parts of the northern Switzerland and Austria. Important highlands in this region include the Massif Central and the Vosges in France, the Ardennes of Belgium, the Black Forest, and the Taunus in Germany. This region is sparsely populated except in the Rhine, Elbe, and Danube river valleys. And for the last major regions, we have Alpine Mountain. The Alpine Mountain include ranges in the Italian and Balkan peninsulas, northern Spain, and southern France. The region includes the mountain of the Alps, Pyrenees, Apennines, Balkans, and Carpathians. High elevation, rugged plateaus, and sloping land define the region. Europe's highest peak was Mount Elbrus and the Caucasus Mountain of Russia. The Alpine region also includes active volcanoes such as Mount Etna and Mount Vesuvius in Italy. And now, here's the interesting facts about Europe.
The population contrast of Europe. To you, an overview of European Union's population. This includes the information on population levels, the population density, the fertility, life expectancy, and old age dependency ratios. Europe's aging society and its relatively static number of inhabitants may be contrasted against a rapid expansion in the world's population, driven largely by population growth in developing countries. However, the demographic challenge that the European Union is confronted with is by no means unique. Most developed and also some emerging economies will undergo considerable changes in their demographic composition in the next 5 decades.
Good day everyone. For today's video, we were gonna learn about political geography. Europe. Europe is a continent located entirely in the northern hemisphere and mostly in the eastern hemisphere. It comprises the westernmost part of Eurasia and is bordered by the Arctic Ocean to the north, the Atlantic Ocean to the west, the Mediterranean Sea to the south, and Asia to the east. Europe is commonly considered to be separated from Asia by the watershed of Ural Mountains, the Ural River, the Caspian Sea, the Greater Caucasus and Black Sea, and the waterways of the Turkish Straits. Although some of this border is overland, Europe is generally accorded the status of a full continent because of its great physical size and the weight of history and tradition. Geography of Europe. Europe makes up the western fifth of the Eurasian landmass. It has a higher ratio of coast to landmass than any other continent to subcontinent. Its maritime borders consist of the Arctic Ocean to the north, the Atlantic Ocean to the west, the Mediterranean, Black, and Caspian Seas to the south. Definition of Europe. The prevalent definition of Europe as a geographical term has been in use since the mid-19th century. Europe is taken to be bounded by the large bodies of water to the north, west, and south. Europe's limit to the east and northeast are usually taken to the Ural Mountains and the Ural River and the Caspian Sea to the south, east, and the Caucasus Mountains, the Black Sea and the waterways connecting the Black Sea to the Mediterranean Sea. Political geography. Europe's long history and economic progress have been shaped by its political geography. Political geography is the internal and external relationships between governments, citizens, and territories. Early Europeans, in fact, shaped global ideas of citizenship and government. These ideas have been tested during times of peace and military conflict and continue to be redefined today. Historic issues. Europe's early political history can be traced back to ancient Greece and Rome, both of which profoundly affected how Western civilizations governed their territories and citizens. Let's proceed to the political of Europe. The political map of Europe is substantially derived from the reorganization of Europe following the Napoleonic Wars in 1815. The prevalent form of government in Europe is parliamentary democracy, in most cases in the form of republic. In 1815, the prevalent form of government was still the monarchy. Europe's remaining 11 monarchies are constitutional. European integration is the process of political, legal, economic, or in some cases social and cultural integration of European states as it has been pursued by the powers sponsoring the Council of Europe since the end of World War II. The European Union has been the focus of economic integration on the continent since its founded in 1993. More recently, the Eurasian Economic Union has been established as the counterpart comprising former Soviet states. That's the end of my report. I hope that you have learned a lot of my report. Thank you and God bless.